Hi guys, Tracy here from Cheekiemonsta. Welcome to the technical side and creative side of the channel. I'm going to share with you some editing tips on how to make your video more interesting and digestible for your audience. Today we are using Adobe Premiere Pro, which is a professional editing software. There are other editing software in the market. If you are planning to use video as a long-term strategy for your business, you might want to use video editing software that can give you more flexibility. Firstly, we are going to create a template overlay. As you know, a template overlay is something that you can actually overlay onto your video. It can help to create a more interesting, eye-capturing look. Add logos, social media plugs, or even title on the overlay. So right now, we are going to use Photoshop to create the overlay. Create new and call this template overlay. Set this with height. Screen recording is supposed to be 16 by 9. The resolution 1920 by 1080. What happens here, how to determine these numbers is where you should go and check your video. What resolution are you recording in? So how do we check is you can go to your Zoom recording and then right click, get info. When you see here, there's this dimension. It says 192 by 1080. So if you are recording at 4K, it should be different. And then canvas size according to the resolution that you have recorded in. Create new. We are going to create a border. Similarly, you can change this size to 1080. So you know that it's the same resolution. We are going to scale this down. Command T, hold Shift. Okay, you can put anywhere you want. For now, I'm going to put here. So this is where your video going to be. Press done. So maybe we can add a background color. Go to this rectangle layer. Command click. You'll see this outline, this rectangle box. You go to layer 1, your first layer. We call this orange background. Okay, then press delete. You will get this transparent layer, and then you can export it later. You can import some social media icons. Okay, scale down, add some words, go to this. You can add your logo. You can decorate however you want to overlay onto your video. Okay, so right now we are going to export this template. Just go to File, Export, Quick Export as PNG. I'm gonna save on this folder. Save. Now we are done. Next, we will just go to Premiere Pro. Create, name it, Zoom editing tutorial. Okay. Import media, the Zoom recording that you have taken. Drag and drop. Next, you just import the template you just created. Okay. And then just drag and drop. Pull. Make sure that you overlap onto the video so that your footage is behind. Now they are both at the same size, so what we're going to do is we are going to scale this video down to fit the inner box. Okay, and then position it. Ensure there's no gaps in between. Okay, alright, so now we are done with it. So you can see that there's an overlay, your video will be inside. Next tip I'm going to show you is called scaling, a technique to help you engage your audience, to make your footage look less stagnant. You go through the footage.
Thanks everyone for your time today. And,
okay, so you hear all this when the speaker says or there's silence, you can just remove it, cut it. That's all the cleanup that you can do. So how we're going to do the scaling is basically you hear the main speaker.
Thanks everyone for your time today. So in this FAQ,
okay, he says feel free to ask, maybe this part you might want to scale up the clip, okay, until it fills up the box.
For the 50 reach chip is 100,000 each.
This part you want to scale up to focus on first speaker.
For commoners like us is maybe 30-40.
Yeah, copy the motion, Command C or Control C for Windows, and then you go to the clip that you want.
30-40. So I think it's a relative thing. Like it's come from where?
This part you want to scale up. You get a change of angle and focus on the main speaker. Alright, then you just continue to cut the clip. Whenever you feel that it's getting more stagnant and more boring, you can just cut it out. It acts like a second camera. So the next tip that you can help engage your audience is whereby you can add more pictures, graphics, captions, or external footages, what they call it, the B-rolls. At this part, we can hear him say,
I think for HDB, if we say a cheap renovation,
okay, he says something about renovation. So what we use is Untitled Elements, where you can just search for any external footages. Maybe I want to search for renovation, filter by stock video. And then you can just find something, just use this renovation clip, and then I'll just download. You can also find free for commercial use photos at this called pixels.com. So maybe we can search for construction. After you have downloaded the video or the photo, you can import, double click, choose the footage that you want. Video is to re-emphasize the words that he used while engaging your viewers.
for HDB, if we say a cheap renovation for 5 rooms in the range of 40 to 50.
Okay, so here he says 40 to 50, so maybe you can add a text. That's where you can emphasize the numbers. So from this point to this point, you're already changing up the screen and make it more interesting. Reiterate key points and key information about the video. Basically help them to visualize what they are saying.
For HDB, if we say a cheap renovation for 5 rooms in the range of 40 to 50.
Alright, so the next tip, we are going to add music. Let's say if your business is about fitness, maybe you want to add something more upbeat. For this project, it's about interior design. So what we can do is add something more elegant, like jazz, then search. Okay, let's see.
Audio Jungle.
Okay, this one seems a bit more fun, more upbeat. So maybe you can try this, see whether it fits the video.
Thanks everyone for your time today. So in this FAQ, feel free to throw your
Okay, so it's a bit more fun, more upbeat, but it's also elegant. Fit the music here that we are trying to set the mood. Things that you need to take note for audio is your music should not be so loud, should not overpower the speakers like this.
Thanks everyone for your time today.
Okay, this is definitely too loud. To reduce the volume, you can just press G. Reduce the gain. 18. Okay.
So in this FAQ, feel free to
Or you can just increase the overall volume.
For the 50 reach,
This seems fine. As long as it doesn't overpower, set as the background music, everything will be quite good. So the last tip I'm going to share is captions. Definitely important, but it's very boring because 85% of the people in social media watches without audio. So that's definitely a must to add. Help to engage the audience because there's actually something to look at. How we create the captions is right click, new item, and then open captions. Okay, so if you choose open captions, it's just embedded into the video itself. It's not something that is external. Press OK, and okay, this is what we want. So just drag to the first layer and then just extend it. You can stylize the box. So maybe what I want to do is, okay, double click and set the color. Our brand color is your teal. So if your company, your business brand color is something different, you may want to follow to maintain a consistent look. Double click. The box, I want it to be black, and then the text, I want it to be maybe teal. So the next thing you do is just to listen and then translate what they say.
Thanks everyone for your time today.
Says, so just synchronize the next step.
So in this FAQ,
So you just continue and synchronize. So you have to do this manually. It's a very slow process, and if you want to know how to generate subtitles in a faster time, do let us know in the comment below and we can share with you how to do it in some other videos. So when you're done, you should check through your work and then make sure that the subtitles should flow smoothly with the conversation, with the speaker. Everything, you can just export the whole thing to social media. If you like this video, remember to support us, Cheekiemonsta, and remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next video.